You've all probably seen this ammo table. Use Battle Buddy to calculate penetration chance. Maybe you know some rough rules about how much damage a bullet will do if it does penetrate the armor. But, do you know how many thorax shots it will take to kill someone with each class 5 armor with the ammo that you're using? I do. Because we know this, we can create some great armor comparisons based off statistics rather than hand-generated values. Hello everyone, this is cztl, and in this video we're going to be ranking class 5 armors based off how it performs against ammo that you can buy from level 4 traders. I have compiled a list of expected shots to kill for all tier 5 armors against some of the best ammo that you can buy from level 4 traders. If the ammo doesn't seem that great, it's probably the best ammo for that particular caliber. The list of ammos is shown to the right, and we'll be computing an average of all those ammo's shots to kill, assuming they all hit the thorax. When dealing with averages and chances, you may experience different results on a case-by-case basis, but statistically, these should be correct. In this ranking, I've created a model based off of the average number of shots to kill for all these ammos and the armor weight. I would have loved to factor in cost, but you can't buy all these armors from traders or on the flea market, so I couldn't do that. In reality, there's a lot more to compare, such as the debuffs for armor rig configuration, etc. But I wanted to keep it simple. Now, for reference, the average shots to kill across all these armors is 5.9. The average cost of all the armors that you can buy is 198,600, and the average weight is 11.29 kilograms. Now, I know you're used to comparing rubles, but the average shots to kill is a little tricky. Put it this way. The minimum shots to kill for all these armors is 4.3, and the maximum is 7.13. For cost, we have a minimum of 122,000 rubles, and we have a maximum cost of 339,000 rubles. And for weight, we have a minimum of 6.4 and a maximum of 17 kilograms. As you can see by those numbers, there's a large range for weight and cost, but with shots to kill, even a difference of 0.1 can matter a lot. Now, onto the ranking. In last place, we have one of the most commonly used armors, the Karund. This is actually a decent armor, as you can get it at proper level 3. It's not expensive, and it repairs very well. It also has a below average weight. So, what's wrong with it? It's just not class 5 material. It has the lowest number of shots needed to kill on average at 4.3, which is 0.7 below the next armor. I didn't want to put any class 5 armors in the F tier, but because of the spread within my model, it needs to go there. Starting out the E tier, we have a rig that costs 166,000 rubles and stops 5 shots on average from the ammos that we talked about. It's the Bagari rig. So it stops 0.7 more shots than the Karund, but it's pretty heavy at 13 kilograms. This gives it a model score of 5.74 versus 4.91 of the Karund. Pretty solid, but second worst. Next up, also in the E tier, is one of the most common armors, the Gazelle K. Something not factored in here is the cost, which is very low at 122,000 rubles. It has the same average shots to kill as the Bagari rig at 5, but it weighs much less at 8.9 kilograms, giving it a score of 6.12. Close to this with a score of 6.27 is the last armor in the E tier, the Fort Defender 2 armor. It does weigh a bit above average at 11.5 kilograms, but it does stop 0.3 more bullets than the other 2 armors in the E tier. Not only that, it has great repairability. It's a solid armor, but there are better ones here in the D tier. The armor starting out the D tier can be bartered for around 245,000 rubles. The Gen 4 High Mobility. Having an average shots to kill of 5.6, this is a decent step up from the best E tier at 5.3 shots to kill. Its model score is 6.64 because we have a slightly above average weight at 13 kilograms. Surprisingly, this is the only armor in the D tier. Starting out the C tier, we have an armor with an above average weight at 15 kilograms. IOTV Gen 4 Assault. This armor takes 6 shots on average to kill across all the ammos listed, giving it a model score of 7.14, much higher than the 6.64 from the Gen 4 High Mobility. The next armor has a model score just above the Gen 4 Assault at 7.17. This is the CQC Offspray Armored Rig. It stops 5.9 shots on average, but weighs much less than the Gen 4 Assault at 12.5 kilograms. Not shown here, it does have a pretty good armor rig configuration. Just ahead of the Osprey, we have an armor that stops 5.7 shots on average, a bit below the others, but it only weighs 8.5 kilograms. The Hextech HPC armor is great at stopping bullets and it's also very light. It has a model score just above the Osprey at 7.22. Closing out the C tier with a nearly identical average shots to kill, where you have to go to the second decimal place to see the difference, we have an armor that also takes 5.7 shots to kill, the TacTech. For these two armors, the shots to kill is a bit below average, but the weight is the thing that helps make up for it. The TacTech's weight is just 9.5 kilograms, which is below average and is a solid armor to run with a model score of 7.3. Starting out the B tier, we have a rather expensive armor at 339,000 rubles worth of barter items, the Gen 4 Full. This armor has an above average stopping power at 6.4 shots to kill, but it is the highest weight armor at 17 kilograms, giving this armor a score of 7.8. It's a beast, but it really slows you down. The next armor in the B tier has an above average shots to kill at 6.0, and many people regard this as the best class 5 armor, the 6B13M Killa armor. Its weight is much below the average weight at 7.5 kilograms. It does stop 0.4 less than the Gen 4 Full, but the model score is 7.85, 0.05 higher than the Gen 4 Full, because it weighs almost 10 kilograms less. Very good, but not the best armor in class 5. The final armor in the B tier is one that stops 6.4 shots to kill on average. Similar to the Gen 4 Full, we have the Fort Redut M armor. This armor has a score of 7.93 because it weighs 3.5 kilograms less than the Gen 4 Full at 13.5 kilograms. You can buy this armor for rubles from traders, which is a big plus, but it's not factored into the score. All in all, this is a very solid armor to cap out the B tier with. Starting off the A tier, we have another armor that takes 6 shots on average to kill, which is still above average. You may be wondering why the SNS Precision Goons Edition armor, which stops just as many shots to kill as the Killa armor, has a score so high at 8.18. It's because it's one of the lightest armors in the game. It's even lighter than the Trooper at 6.4 kilograms. It's hard to get because you can only find it on the Goons, but you will be extremely nimble and well protected if you can get your hands on this armor. Rounding out A tier, we have an armor that takes 6.4 shots to kill, similar to the heavy armors in B tier, the CPC Mod 2. Only weighing 8.5 kilograms, which is way below average, this armor has a very high score at 8.47. Once you complete the long line quest, this is going to be one of the easiest armors to get that won't make you feel like you're wearing concrete boots. Now, starting off the S tier, we have the Fort Redut T5, the Samurai armor. Surprisingly, at the time of writing this script, you could buy this armor for just 176,000 rubles. This armor has a model score of 8.93, mainly because it stops the most bullets out of any armor in class 5, taking 7.1 hits on average to kill you. The only downside of this armor is it's the second heaviest armor in class 5 at 16.5 kilograms. But you'll be a tank while wearing this. And finally, we have the armor that is the model winner with a score of 9.24, the CPC Plate Carrier Goons Edition. This armor is going to be hard to get your hands on, but when you do, you'll be almost as much of a tank as if you were wearing the Redut T5, taking 7 shots to kill. However, it does have a below average weight at 9.6 kilograms, so you'll still be nimble enough to get around the battlefield. If you have this armor, you better cherish it because it's the best class 5 armor. What do you think of this tier list, and do you think anything should be done to balance these armors? Let me know down below in the comments. If you're curious about the ammo ranking, that's coming up next. If you enjoyed this video, smash the like out of that shit button, subscribe to be the first notified of my future videos, and cztl out.